Hi, my name is Hugh Taylor, and I'm the CEO of Taylor Communications. And thank you for joining us today for this presentation on our new ROI report. Briefly, the ROI report is a piece of sales and marketing content that demonstrates the financial impact of a technology investment. It gets at the return on investment, the ROI, that your customers can have if they buy your solutions. This is based on a proprietary methodology I developed when I was at IBM to train IBM account teams on consultative selling techniques that helps opportunities open and close deals. A little bit about me. I've been involved in enterprise technology, sales and marketing for 25 years. Throughout that time, I've had positions where I was responsible for lead generation and lead nurturing at Silicon Valley venture-backed startups. I also worked in product marketing and Marcom roles at IBM and Microsoft. At IBM, I was responsible, part of my job was training IBM global account teams on consultative sales techniques for social software, for IBM Lotus Connection software. I'm an author and an analyst. I've been published in a variety of publications, including Security Boulevard and Open Infra, Super User, and many others. I also have an MBA from Harvard, which I received back in the Stone Age. What is the ROI report? It is a sales and marketing piece of content that includes, it's a report as well as a customized ROI calculator in Excel. It is a way to communicate the financial payback for your technology solution. It can be used as a lead generation tool. It can also be a sales opener and a deal closer. So I'm going to talk about the ROI report as a marketing content piece and as an instrument of the sales process. So depending on what you're interested in, you might find that more relevant to what you're doing. What's in the ROI report, and there's a link to a sample ROI report below in the description of this video that you can download. There's also a link to an online version of the ROI Calculator spreadsheet, so you can try it for yourself. But basically, the ROI report contains an overview of how your technology solves a customer's problem. It has a detailed description of how solving the problem either saves them money or helps them earn more money. Those are the two vectors of ROI. Your solution has to be saving somebody money or helping them earn more money, or else there isn't going to be a tangible financial impact to your solution, and you're going to have to sell it on some other basis. The report also includes multiple touch points for engaging with prospects. The report is designed to start productive sales and marketing dialogues. Let's talk a little bit about how the report can help marketing. It's high value content. It's not fluff. It gets right into the issues that your customers are facing. And I would hope it has a high chance of getting past the registration wall. It is designed for lead generation. And then as prospects download it, you have impactful next steps for nurture flow. You can start following up on the report, asking how their business might benefit from this kind of solution and so forth. And then in terms of sales, the report differentiates you from the competition. It shows that you can talk in tangible terms about the hard dollar payback from an investment in your solution. It initiates the consultative sales process and proves that you are solving the customer's problem. This is something that comes up a lot in enterprise technology sales, as you probably know if you're involved in it. Why is the prospect talking to you? In my experience, the prospect is talking to you because they have a problem that maybe you can solve. They're not interested in your technology. They're interested in solving a problem. If you can show that you are interested in helping them solve their problem, and then you can show that your solution solves their problem, and most problems in business involve money, that you have a financial answer to their question, you should be getting yourself into a good position to discuss really getting into business with them. On the other hand, the ROI report can have the impact of creating and empowering champions in the buyer organization. This is something that I've seen many times in my career. Your solution might be appealing to someone, for example, an IT director, but this person may not really know how to make a business case for buying your solution. This report and the tools it includes can help empower someone in the buying organization to show the other people in the buying committee, for lack of a better term, that there is a financial payback to this investment and that it will benefit the business. I want to digress for a minute into consultative selling. This may cover stuff that you already know, but I want to talk about an experience I had at IBM and how I learned that there can be an effective win-win in a consultative sales process. As a consultative seller, you are not just selling a product, you're consulting with the client to help them improve something in their business or correct a mistake or a problem in their business. So in the case of IBM, when I was involved with marketing and sales training for Lotus Connections, which is social software for a corporation, the use case we were focused on was call centers. And we felt that social software could help improve the efficiency of call center operators by giving them access to information to people who had information that they could use to close phone calls faster. So what I suggested to the account teams was to ask their prospects, what is the cost of a call center operator or customer service person? What is the cost of that person spending an hour on the phone? Because if you could make the call center process more efficient, they could handle more calls per hour. And what we found was that if they said, well, I know exactly it's $66 per hour, well, that's perfect. Let's plug that into the ROI calculator and see how our solution can help. If they don't know what the cost is, well, then you can ask them, hey, let's find out what the cost is. And then if you're doing that, you're sort of sunk a hook into the prospect, like, okay, let's find out this number, and then we'll find out the ROI. You've shown them, I'm interested in how your business works. Let's find this out, and then let's figure out the ROI. Either way, it's a win. You can win by asking the question, and whatever the answer is, you're hopefully getting yourself into a fact-based dialogue about the value of the solution, the financial value of the solution. When we develop our ROI report, the development process looks like this. I mean, it's going to be adapted to however you work, but generally it looks like this. We have an initial briefing, followed by the development of the Excel calculator, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. That's the first step. Once we've agreed on that, then I can develop an outline for the report. The report is customized to your business case and how your business works and how the solution solves customers' unique problems. Once you approve the outline, we go to a draft and then we finalize. The deliverables include the Excel spreadsheet containing the ROI calculator, which is customized for your business, the ROI report itself, which I'll show in a minute, which is, kind of a white paper style report in a designer PDF. I also include an explanatory blog post. Optionally, I can also develop a sales training deck, conduct a sales training workshop based on the ROI calculator and the ROI report. I have the potential to develop web-based report generation tools for sales prospects. This is an interesting thing where you can actually generate custom ROI reports for prospects based on their unique business parameters. And I can also write call scripts and email copy chains and so forth for ROI dialogues. So now let's do a demo of the ROI calculator. So this ROI calculator was developed for a client that their technology, they're in the cybersecurity category, and their technology basically is a very robust and fast backup tool that saves their clients from unplanned downtime. So unplanned downtime is, when systems go down, perhaps due to a cyber attack or some kind of other outage, and basically nobody's doing anything. People are being paid to sit around to do nothing. Any kind of money-making operation is stalled. So the first thing what the sort of hook of the ROI, and this will be different for your business than it is for this company, and this is the discovery process. We will figure out where your solution has an impact, but in this case, their solution creates a financial impact on their clients by saving them on unplanned downtime. So the first thing to do is to figure out what is the cost of an hour of unplanned downtime. So we have in this ROI calculator, the black cells you can input, the blue cells are formulas. They can't be changed. In this case, we're making assumptions. We ask, how many hours per week is your business in operation? 50 hours a week. How many weeks a year are you operating? That's 2,500 hours of operation per year. They have a current uptime rate of 99%. Therefore, they have a 1% rate of unplanned downtime. This translates into 25 hours per year of unplanned downtime. The yellow box is what I would call sort of the key interrogatory, the question you want to ask to get the prospect talking. And it's basically, what would it look like if we could give you a 40% change in unplanned downtime with our technology? What that means is your rate of unplanned downtime would go your rate of uptime would go from 99% to 99.4%. It would go from 25 hours a year of unplanned downtime to 15, a 10-hour savings. Now the question is, so that's great, but what does that mean in terms of money? Well, now we go to the cost factor side of the equation. This client says that their cost of operations is $30 million a year. At 2,500 hours of operation per year, that means that their unplanned downtime is costing them $12,000 per hour. In other words, they're currently wasting $300,000 a year on unplanned downtime. If they can cut that to 15, they've saved $120,000. That's $120,000 payback from an investment in the technology. We also modeled that a prospective client could reduce their number of unplanned downtime incidents from 2 to 1 per year. And we are estimating that the incident response cost is $250,000. And some of this is based on industry research. This would be what we think is a reasonable estimate for a small to mid-sized company. In some cases, the cost of an incident response could be quite a lot higher. But we're saying that they went from having 2 incidents per year at $250,000 each to 1. That's a $250,000 savings. That's another financial payback from an investment in the technology. We're also saying that there's an opportunity cost, a missed opportunity to earn revenue and gross margin. This company has $65 million a year in revenue, 60% gross margin. So therefore they are earning, remembering that they are in business 2,500 hours per year, they are earning $15,600 per hour. Therefore, if they can improve their unplanned downtime, they can improve their gross margin by $156,000. This company also hypothesizes that they can save their clients money in cybersecurity spending. The total impact of the investment in the technology for this company is $578,000 a year. Using a hypothetical investment of $1 million in the technology solution, the ROI is 58%. That's how the ROI calculator works. But the way it's designed is that you can type in the numbers that your prospect has. So let's say your prospect is only working 40 hours a week. Well, everything changes. Now, Let's take a look at the ROI report itself. This is I'm just going to scroll through it. It's a nicely designed report. It's customized, can be customized to your branding, but this is a sort of a basic example. It includes an abstract, an introduction that gives you a high level of how the solution works and the ROI. It talks about the problems that your solution solves, and this is customized to your solution. This section talks about how ROI works, which is something that not everybody understands, so I felt it was important to include. And why ROI matters, that's another issue that is helpful to review with people sometimes. We talk about the drivers of ROI for this solution. This would obviously be customized for you, but this is the way it works. Less unplanned downtime, fewer incidents, lower expenditures on security, and so forth. Then we have an ROI analysis section. These are the basics, the basic parameters of the prospect firm, followed by the rates of unplanned downtime and the potential reduction in unplanned downtime, operational cost savings. Everything is spelled out in these charts with explanations, change in incident response, reduced opportunity costs, lost revenue, reduced spending on cybersecurity, and then we have a summary of the overall ROI calculation. We have some takeaways and what-ifs, including looking at ROI as a range of outcomes, which is sometimes helpful because usually you can't pinpoint exactly what the impact of a solution will be in terms of operations. So you can look at it as a range of outcomes, which is good for sales dialogue, like what kind of improvement would it take to justify the investment and so forth. So that's the ROI report, the calculator, and the example. Anyway, thank you for being with me today. If you're interested in talking with me more about this, there's a link below to set a meeting with me. This is my email address. Thank you for watching, and perhaps we'll be discussing this at some point soon.